Hey guys, I'm back at Gustons, and this time it is an interview with Levi. We're going to cover the Swole 60 program and other stuff. And much like any podcast or chat that I do, it's going to be very tangential.
Yeah.
Levi has, interestingly, Levi has known me his whole life.
Yeah, I have. Love-hate relationship.
Of course, yes. I love to hate you. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Yeah, is that
something like that?
I've known you your whole life, but you haven't. Wait,
I've known you.
Yeah,
It's been.
I haven't known you my whole life because
Yeah.
I was alive longer. Or something.
Thought?
Yeah, who would have thought?
If you didn't pick up on it, he's my dad.
Oh, yeah, did I say that at the beginning?
You did not say that.
So Levi is my son. Levi, tell us a little bit about you.
I'm 17 years old. In high school right now, I'm a junior. I am starting up a CrossFit-esque program at the CrossFit Garage over the summer
That's
to
true.
help teenage boys gain weight like me.
Not just gain weight, but
Or gain muscle. And
yeah,
weight.
you don't have to talk into the phone. You just talk.
I know. I like looking at the little soundboards.
Cam did the exact same thing. He kept trying to talk into the little box, and I'm like, it's actually on your shirt.
It's just,
yeah, no, that's fine.
I just want to like.
Yeah, and that's good. That's why I turned this on. Shoot. No, you're good. Sorry. I'll somehow edit
Beep.
that cuss out. Yeah. I don't know how to edit anything. This is going to be Levi's turn to edit. So I do have these Rode mics, and they're wireless, so it's semi-fancy, and Levi's going to try to do some editing for me to make it even fancier.
Yeah. I learned how to do all that stuff a while ago.
Yeah, so weirdly, Levi was really into YouTube.
Yeah, I was really into like YouTube and social media stuff back when I was like, I think it was like 11 to 14. I think my main fascination was just like I wanted to learn how to edit videos and like edit all this type of stuff, and I really just like was like, oh, I'll just do YouTube and then I'll like play video games and I'll just edit my videos as cool as I can.
I think there was also a thing where like we had a friend or a friend of a family, sort of, Balin Levine, get big on YouTube, and you're like, hey, it's possible to get big on YouTube. And so you were like making stuff, and
I started before that.
Did you start before that?
I did.
So the weird part is, he said it's weird that you're doing this now, because I did this like 5 years ago. So basically, I'm living in his past.
Yeah, I mean, you're already doing better than me.
I just paid people to like me.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna tangent a lot. So the main topic though is supposed to be the Swole program. So I know what you did CrossFit and sport-wise, but tell us a little bit about your background in sports and how you got into CrossFit.
All right, so ever since I've been alive, my parents have always been like, you are going to be athletic and do sports. And I was okay with that because I enjoy doing sports. But basically, I think when I was like 4, like 6 or something, they like put me into soccer. I was doing like Little League, like basketball games, like the rec games. So I was doing a couple different sports. Overall, over time, it ended up just being mainly soccer. I was just playing club soccer, and then I got to my high school team, played soccer 2 years for high school. I didn't quit. I stopped playing this year just because I'm taking a lot of rigorous classes.
You denied their
Acceptance onto the team.
Their application to like you.
I quit.
You didn't quit. You just said, I think I'm going to choose not to accept your invitation to play this season.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly the biggest fan of
some of the aspects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, nobody really important listens. No, sorry. If you're listening to this, you're totally important.
Nobody that at school that could get me in trouble
Right.
listens to this.
So yes, the sports at the school have been different for us, and Levi chose. I like this. So you can quit playing sports eventually, and to go out on your own terms is much better than someone else's terms. So good for you. So it was a weird. Actually, it was weird. It was hard for me to go, wait, you're not going to play soccer anymore? Like, we've invested so much into it. I want to see it. I want to see the end of the story. And then somebody else said to me, hey, maybe this is the end of the story. It's his end, even though, it's not your story. It's his. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that's true. It's his life. So,
yeah, I could kind of see myself the last year or two of playing soccer. I didn't really enjoy it as much, and it kind of was like I had like a peak,
Tapering
and then I
off.
fell off. I was falling off a little bit, and I decided to quit before.
Yeah.
I just kind of like hated it and didn't enjoy it at all, and it
Wow.
seemed like a waste of time.
Right. I quit college before I hated it. No, wait, I didn't. I kept going. So, all right. So then somehow you got into CrossFit. How did that go?
So if you guys didn't know, my dad owns a CrossFit gym that he started in like 2011.
2008. So
2008.
weirdly, right now the podcast is called CrossFit in Garage. So,
Oh well, you guys,
Yeah.
you have it like some
well, there
things as
could
your
be.
name.
So I do put some of these on Noster, and those people have no idea who we are or what we do. So it's probably important every once in a
Context.
while to say.
Yeah, that's
This-
what those AP classes taught me.
Yes, right. Context. So he's
But-
correct. We started a gym in 2008, CrossFit Garage here in Woodstock, Georgia.
Yeah, so I think in 2008 I was 2 years old, so I was not in CrossFit then. Are you sure it was 2008?
I do have videos of you guys doing burpees at the house.
I could have sworn it was 2011, but I guess you would remember better than me.
Yes. Well, I actually have videos when YouTube started around 2008, and I have some videos on there in 2008. So even YouTube, my memory is not great.
But
and
YouTube backs you up.
YouTube backed me up, yeah.
So
They fact checked me.
I really don't know exactly a like official date when I went to my first CrossFit class or something like that, but there's videos of me that my dad took back when I was like maybe 7,
Yeah.
doing like a bench press. There's this one video of me and all my siblings like doing like a little promo for the garage
And
or
what-
cross for summer strength.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So we had this idea. So I have shared this before, but I'm going to throw it out there again because it's important for understanding why we're developing what we're going to develop. And the Swole program is if you have a skinny, tall teenage boy or just skinny teenage boy,
Yeah.
the Swole program is for you, and you're going to want to keep listening. Otherwise, we're going to talk about some fun stuff. We'll get to the Swole program. Basically, it's lifting and eating, and Levi's going to lead it, but we'll cover a lot more details, and it'll be over the summer, thus 60 days. So Olivia was playing soccer, and they had an age change, so they just took the whole program instead of your birthday as of August 1st, we're now going to say your birthday as of January 1st. So Olivia is a September kid, and she was one of the biggest, most talented kids. Maybe not most talented, but high. She got to start in all the soccer games, and she was crushing people. And then she was a September kid, so she's one of the bigger ones.
And then she got put with people basically a year older than her.
Yeah, so she jumped up 2 instead of 1.
Oh.
So she went from U13 to U15, so she skipped U14. And now she was the smallest kid on the team by 9 months. And there's a confidence shaker. There's all sorts of things that went on. And not being a teenage girl, I can only imagine. And we tried to help this with, okay, you're going to be the smallest kid out there. We need to fix this. What do we do? So selfishly, we created the summer strength program, and it started there, and we went back to soccer, and they were like, wow, what did you do with Olivia? She's crushing it. And I'm like, nothing. She's just naturally awesome. And I was such a loser. I wouldn't tell anybody. And then, the months go on, and we started talking about it, and I said, yeah, we had a summer strength program, and so more of the soccer kids started coming to that. So it started in, I think, 2015-ish, or at least that's the video that Levi's talking about. I said, hey, no, it had to be 2014 that it started because we made a video. I was smart enough to remember to make a video this time. So in 2015, I grabbed them all from school. I said, we're going to go to the gym real quick and make a video so people know what we're doing at Summer Strength. So anyway, all of that to say, Levi and his siblings are in their Cherokee Christian uniforms.
Making a video for summer strength.
And I think the only person who really wanted to do the video was Levi. It's pretty cool. You see him I think you did back squat on the very first one.
I did something, but I like jumped around. And
Yeah,
stuff.
you were like, loosen up and get in here and do this thing. And I was like, this is so cute. So yeah, the answer is yes. You started probably in 2015 doing summer strength, what is that? What do we do in summer strength?
Summer strength. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday is lifting and like back squat, bench press, those type of lifts. Mostly core lifts, teaching kids like form, and once they get the form down, then like after a bit we can start going for like pushing their weights up and trying to go PR and that type of stuff.
Typically, whenever they lift, they get a PR because they've never done it before.
Well, yeah, but
So we follow Mark Rippertoe's starting strength and modify it. So if you look that up online, it's been around since the 80s. It's just basically a linear progression model. That's fancy speak for add some weight, more weight than you did last week, and that's it. So
I'll get you some more on sweet.
thank you. It sounds more fancy, but it's just lift and then lift more. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, what do we do?
Tuesday, Thursday is CrossFit days. So normally they'll follow some variation of what the people in
What our
the
class
normal
did,
classes are doing. So
Yeah.
it's just to get them accustomed to what CrossFit is like, because there have been kids who were in the summer strength program, and then as time went on, they were like, oh, I'm not 15 anymore, I can't go to summer strength. So they were like, well, I guess I'll just join normal CrossFit. And so I don't know if we have any members
Yeah,
currently.
so basically, summer
like
strength
that?
is for middle schoolers and high schoolers. So, yeah, what Levi's saying is, hey, can I level up and then just go to regular class? And the answer is, of course. We use summer strength to teach them in a group atmosphere, which is full of teenagers, and it's hard to get teenagers to go to adult classes. So if you get them in a class of their peers, they're just more likely to go. So they socialize and whatever. So if you have a hard time motivating your kid, tell them, hey, there's other teenagers there. So, but the answer is yes. So you can do summer strength and then move into regular CrossFit classes, and we do that all the time. Usually the middle schoolers, thank you, don't get to move in. Well, they can move in also, but we require summer strength. So you could have a high schooler that just went right into CrossFit. So that's a good question. So why would somebody pick summer strength over CrossFit?
Well, most of the time, summer strength is teenagers, and so it's kind of like a way for teenagers to feel a little bit more. I don't know if I can find the right word here. Like together, like in a group, so they all feel a bit more safe. I guess I don't really know what it is because it's
inclusive. So
inclusive.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's people like them doing the things they're doing.
Everybody is doing the same thing as them
And the same age.
Same age, and they're all starting at the same time. So it doesn't feel like
Taking annoying videos all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like, for example, if you were to go into a normal CrossFit class as a teenager, you would feel a little bit like
I'm a kid. And there's all these
I'm
adults.
14 with a
Yeah.
ton of like 30, 40, 50-year-olds.
Right.
But you get used to it.
I mean, it's fine.
I've gotten used to
Yeah,
it.
you, Evan, and Olivia are in there. Well, I guess Olivia's 20 now,
Yeah.
but are in classes all the time, and nobody cares. Or Evie too, whatever. So, so you would choose summer strength is a great opportunity to mix the cardio side or the athletic side of CrossFit with gaining some strength and learning how to lift correctly, especially if you've got kids who play like football or. Can he get that without any nuts? He's allergic to nuts.
I forgot to say that. I'm so
Sorry about that. So that's a fun thing for the podcast. Levi is allergic to nuts. Maybe. We don't really know? Probably.
I did have something with almonds in it the other day, and I was fine.
Oh, you are? Don't tell your mom that. I hope
I
your mom
know.
doesn't listen to this. If she does, you're grounded.
It was an accident. It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah.
But I had my EpiPen.
Yeah. Sorry, I caught that before you. I should have let you do that. Tell her, not me. But anyway, so CrossFit is overall athletic ability. If you're a really good athlete and you're like, I just want to be like, I want to wrestle and have more energy on the mat, yeah, do CrossFit. If you are thinking, I lift, like with football or maybe my basketball buddies or baseball or soccer, we go lift on our own or in the gym by ourselves, this will teach them how to lift correctly. So when they go lift, they know what they're doing and they're not going to be stupid. Well, I take that back. Teenagers are always stupid. They're not going to be stupid in lifting. This is a different stupid. So why would somebody, so now, drum roll, we have Swole 60. Why would somebody pick Swole 60 over the other programs that we have?
So Swole 60 is focusing on gaining weight and muscle together in order to not be so skinny anymore. So mostly it's for like guys like me, like teenage guys who don't want to be skinny little twigs anymore and want to gain some weight.
You're a little bit bigger than a twig, but you're getting there, yeah.
Well, yeah. After the last month or two, I'm a little bit bigger.
So you've been, so the problem we're trying to solve is I'm a tall, skinny boy. Oh, actually, I don't have to be tall, but I'm a skinny boy, and I want to fix that.
Yeah.
So what you did this last summer and the summer before? No. Yeah? Was it last summer and the summer before?
Yes.
And so you've been doing this for 2 years, and initially we said, hey, we're probably not going to see much results because there's one thing that really matters, and why, I mean, girls can do this too, but there's one thing that teenage boys have over younger boys and girls that really makes this work. And what is that?
Testosterone.
Right. So we tried to do this before, and he's like, Dad, I am not getting bigger. I'm like, yeah, because you got to go through puberty. So I'll throw this out there, a little maybe awkward talk. If your son hasn't...
Try this again.
Thank you. That looks great.
If your son hasn't started puberty, then it's probably not going to have a huge effect on him, in which case I would probably do the summer strength, get some CrossFit on you as well as lifting. If you are in the middle or you're into it, then we're on. If you're done with it, then yes, it's still a go, right? So that is probably the number one thing why it's high school driven is, well, typically it's high school boys and you can say, yes, we're already in puberty, and that's a thing. And so typically it's going to be high school boys, and you're going to see a huge kickoff in abilities because of testosterone. Okay, so the lifting. Is there anything mystical and magical about the lifting? Or could I look this up on the internet, basically, and make my own program and lift?
You could, I guess, make your own program, but
so why
the
do
thing
we?
is,
why do we come to the CrossFit Garage?
Yeah. So the thing is, if you are going to try that and go on the internet, make your own stuff, you really have no accountability or anyone else like kind of helping you, and so like
it's a big C word, coaching. Right, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you were just gonna do it at your house, you would have nobody like correct your form, watch your lifts. You could be doing something completely wrong, you'd have no idea, and you'd be wasting your time for a long time. So the reason you would come to the Swole 60 program is because your goals line up with, hey, I want to get bigger, gain some muscle, and you want somebody to be able to help you through that. And I am going to be like tracking and helping kids.
Coaching.
Like,
so you're coaching the class. You're getting
I'm
there.
saying something else.
All right.
I'm going to be helping in watching the kids' calorie intake and like watching what they eat as well. So like I'm going to have everybody sign up for MyFitnessPal, put with what they're eating every day into there, at least for a couple weeks, so they can get used to the idea of I need to eat this much in order to gain weight. So everybody's going to have a different like base calories that they need, just depending on how much they're working out, their body type. And so really the first couple weeks is going to be finding like how much you even need to eat to gain weight, and then we're going to be able to help a lot with that.
Speaking of eating a lot, Levi has ordered so much food here. He's got the double plate of...
Did you guys anything else?
Did you get the gravy? Yeah.
Yes. This is good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You look good?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, all right.
So yeah, Levi came in and he ordered a double lunch. Mostly what you wanted. That's okay, right?
It's good enough.
It's good. And we're going to pause this to eat, but the thing that I wanted to get out as he's saying that is there is no real magic to many programs out there. It's really what if you want to shortcut the process, hire a coach, and because of this thing called the proximity bias, your children just will not listen to you. And you need somebody else to say the same words. So you're going to have you're going to have a coach. Levi's getting certified in CrossFit this May. And he's been doing this for 2 years. And he knows how to track, watch, and lift. He's been practicing all this stuff and really working on the class aspect of it. So you'll have somebody else that has already done this. Tell your kids probably the exact same things you've been telling them. And they're going to come home and go, hey, Coach Levi and Coach Andy said I should eat more meat. And you're like, I've been saying that my whole life. Why don't you listen to me? So what you'll have to do is to just not do that and go, oh, wow, that's great advice. How can I help? Okay, so we're going to pause and eat, and we'll come right back. And we're taking a break from eating because Levi ordered so much food that he's like, I need to pause. So this is something that's funny and real. As your kid learns to eat the proper amount of protein, it is way more than they ever thought possible. And he's nodding his head right now. So One a helper is creatine. The other is putting powders into your smoothie. I think probably the best one is learning to eat raw eggs, but most everyone hates that besides me. So actually, let me ask you about that. So what have you found that's been helpful or useful or a hack to get you to get more protein in for your day?
So I found that if I kind of focus, like when I go to the grocery store, instead of just buying whatever I like looks good or looks
he
tasty,
shops for himself and the family, so that is super nice.
whenever I go to the grocery store and I'm looking around for like whatever food I normally get, I will see if there's other alternatives, and I'll look like how much protein does this have in it. Like, I bet you wouldn't expect that those the Pocky sticks I eat. Guess
Yeah.
how much protein are in them?
0.
No, it's like 10 grams of protein.
All right, so something.
So it's actually more than you would think.
Right.
So just looking at the macros.
And how would you even find that? Is there some way for food to tell you how much stuff is in it?
No, it's impossible.
So if you're a kid listening to this, because your parents said listen to this, you could actually go to the grocery store and you just turn it around, or the backside, or
Everybody
the
knows
underneath,
about the backside
and
of
you can read the label,
Yeah,
and it tells you. Not everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
You would think. I've had a lot of things that you think is normal and everyone knows it. Like I own
Like
this
the
gym.
person
right,
who sits
whatever,
on the
yeah.
toilet the wrong way.
Yes, that is true. Maybe it's not the wrong way. It's just a different way.
Honestly, I think it's a smarter way.
It could be. If you wanted to read a book and there's a tank, you just put it on the tank and you just read your book. Yeah. So.
They mentioned it in some show I was watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. This the first time I saw that, it was very unusual. So more tangents. Our old fraternity house at Georgia Tech, Beta Theta Pi, they had 3 toilets, military style. So there's no stall doors, just 3 toilets next to each other. And they're the old tank toilets. So one day I went in there and I'm like, yeah, I got to use the bathroom. And this is just what you did. And somebody was sitting there, turned the tank way, reading a book. I'm like, huh. Well, I mean, the engineer in me said, hey, I guess that makes a lot of sense, but it was super weird at the time. I got used to it. Okay, so I did like also you like pretzels, and then you did something with the pretzels. What did you find?
Oh yeah, Publix has this big bag of peanut butter pretzels, and I bought like 3 of them, and I would take them to school with me, and I would eat it throughout the day.
So instead of just having a pretzel, which is all carbs, at least there's some peanut butter, which is now some fat and some protein. So he has tried putting a raw egg in a smoothie, but pretty much everyone says disgusting to that, except for me and Gaston.
I don't think it's gross, but like it makes me fart, and that is.
So you do want to monitor that.
Yeah.
If in the summer, at least you won't be in school, so maybe whatever. Yeah.
Parents are gonna be crying.
Yeah. It's probably so. Whey protein does have that tendency. You can get other types of protein. We have natural or
I use a plant-based one.
Yeah, plant-based protein if you have issues with that. So that is something for sure. Okay, so I guess let me backtrack. So you have all these. I guess you have a ton of programs in the world. You have 3 different programs, or 4, I suppose, at CrossFit Garage. How does somebody make the decision of which program do I pick? Like, why Swole 60? Why CrossFit or Summer Strength? Why not just regular CrossFit classes? Assuming I'm a high school boy, and high school, tall, skinny, or short. I'm a skinny high school boy. Which one do I pick?
So it depends.
Every good answer starts with it depends. I love that. Yes, it is true.
It depends on what you want to get out of it. So if you are skinny and you purely just want to gain muscle and get bigger for some reason.
Okay, well let me come up with reasons. Can I do that?
Sure.
So let's say I am a basketball player who is. I'm so at basketball, but I really like it, and I keep making the varsity team, but I'm like riding the bench, and I want to get on the floor. I'm okay-ish at basketball, but my coaches all say you need better handling skills.
Well, in that case, if your only goal is to be better at basketball, then I would say go practice basketball.
Just go do more basketball. That's right. So this does not fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's say I'm a soccer player. Same thing. Everyone says, hey, to get more field time, you need your touch needs to go up. What would they solve?
Go like juggle at home.
Yeah, and so I've seen that. That's literally true. Levi actually spent like a summer juggling, and he went from like 2 to I could juggle for 20 minutes without stopping, and he was a phenomenon on the field. So touches first. So if you have a sports reason, then go learn your sport.
Yeah.
Right?
But if your sports reason is like, oh, well, I get pushed around and I need to be bigger, then I would say go to either the Swole program and make sure you're stretching and focusing on mobility as well. Like if your coach is having you do stuff on the off season while you're in our program, like that's great because you're focusing on both sides. But if your coach isn't having you do anything, then maybe summer strength is good because you'll be mixing some CrossFit, which helps with athletic ability, and lifting, which will get you bigger.
Right.
But you really have to, like the key is you have to eat more.
Right.
Like you
So-
can't do any of this without eating more.
And that is the big definer of this. I mean, you could do the summer strength program and eat a ton, but because so what does if I am a soccer player or I'm a whatever. I play a sport, and the coach has said in the summer we're going to get together and run sprints, right?
How are we doing, guys?
Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, thank you. So we're going to do sprints. What do? I want to be bigger. So I've been pushed around on the field. I know I need to gain weight. I need to be stronger. But my coach is telling us we're also going to meet every other day to, I don't know, run and shoot or whatever.
So I would say if your problem is that you need to get bigger and your problem isn't endurance, I would have a conversation with your coach first and see if you can talk to him and be like, I know what my problem is and I need to be bigger in order to be better. I don't really need to be faster or have more endurance, so this isn't helping me as much. So would you be okay with me doing this instead? And I'll still come every now and then, but focus on getting bigger. And if he's like, no, I need you here, then you're really just gonna have to do the Swole program and just eat so much that you counteract the amount of calories you burn.
That's true. So there is, so we're trying to fight the calories in, calories out while lifting and trying to get bigger. So you have to have a calorie, the opposite of a deficit. I can't think of the word.
Surplus?
Surplus, thank you. You need a calorie surplus, and we want that calorie surplus to be protein and fats. So if you're eating pixie sticks, no. You need to eat a steak and then your pixie stick. So I like what you said there, and I totally would have forgotten to say that. Ask your coach first, because if your coach is honest with your kid and they're like, yes, you are small, you need to get bigger. Yes, please go get bigger. Coaches typically in the summer or off season, they just want you to do something. They don't really care what it is many times, unless there's something specific. Like I would tell kids, you need to juggle because we're the B team and all the kids who aren't as good at soccer are on the B team. If you want to be better at soccer, juggle on your own. Some parents said, why don't you make them run sprints? Why don't you make them do suicides at the end of practice? And my answer was always, because I can sub tired, I can't sub skill. So if little Tina out there is like, hey, coach, I'm tired, I need to come off the field, great, I got somebody. But if little Tina's like, I really am not good at soccer, I can't fix that. She's just never going to go on the field. So I can sub tired. They give me a coaching tool for that. I have practices to fix the other stuff. So ask your coach first. Levi, so what happens if somebody signs up for summer strength and then after they want to figure out, should I instead do Swole 60? What can they do?
So they have to stay in whatever they picked. They can't change.
That is a joke.
Just kidding. No, they can. So if you sign up for something, and when we meet with everybody, we talk about your goals and stuff. You call us to figure everything out. We'll recommend whatever seems best for your goals. So even if you go online, you sign up for summer strength, and then you realize you wanted to do the Swole 60, that's not a hard switch.
No. With the magic of the internet, we can change your program pretty fast.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
So let me ask you this one. Let's say I picked the Swole 60 and I'm going on vacation for a week. What happens?
Just eat when you're on vacation.
Because it's a Swole program.
Yeah.
So do you have your mouth still? The answer is yes.
You can take some time off of lifting, although it's not great, but the key part of the Swole 60 is eating.
Yes.
You are not going to be able to benefit as much if you are not eating over like 3,500 calories a day.
Yeah, I could even tell if you have testosterone, so you're in or through puberty, and you eat a lot of protein and fat, and you just did back squats, it's probably better than nothing, right? But it's the protein, the eating, and the over calories, the surplus. So so it doesn't really matter if you go on vacation. So the program uses, it's a term called hypertrophy, and that is what is that? What are we doing?
So you're maximizing the amount of muscle you can gain in a defined amount of time.
Sure, and so hypertrophy is tearing down your muscles and then building it back up. So you get bigger by the tearing down.
It's just like the optimization of...
And it is the rest that does it. So, which is why CrossFit doesn't really do well with like, hey, I want to get bigger. This is why nobody ever says, Andy, wow, you're so big. Because CrossFit, you never rest. It makes you way more athletic. And so your body has a very athletic appeal, and you can do things that most people can't. Like, hey, let's go up Stone Mountain. Great, I just grab a backpack and go, no problem. But it doesn't make you bigger per se. I'm giving up some of my bigness for athletic ability or engine or the ability to do cool things like go hiking on the AT. So as Levi said earlier, every answer starts with it depends, and then the next thing is what problem are you trying to solve? So if your kid's getting pushed around, or the coach says you're too small, or your kick isn't as big as you want it to be, or the swing isn't as powerful as you need it to be, then we want to eat and lift and rest. Yeah.
Yes.
Anything to add to that?
I mean, no, that sounded good.
That's it? That's where you want? So what would it look like? Okay, we're going to pause and we're going to eat a little bit more food now that our stomach has
Are you going to ask
expanded.
your question first?
I am. The question is going to be, what does a day or a week look like? All right, we're going to come back for that in a second. Okay, so that was a break for eating and such. So the day or the week, roughly, what can you expect? So today, or let's say it's June 5th, that's the first Monday you'll meet. What's going to happen?
So what's going to happen June 5th on the first day, I'm going to introduce myself, get everyone comfortable with each other, and then I'm going to have everybody sign up for MyFitnessPal because, as I've said before, one of the most important things in this program is eating, and so if a lot of people think they eat more than they do when they're trying to gain weight, and vice versa when they're trying to lose weight.
Yes, very true.
And so when you're...
Any desserts, guys?
I'm good. No desserts for me.
All right. Is that
You want any dessert?
No, I'm good.
What
I'm almost done with
You
this.
want a box? for
No,
that
he's
as
still
well?
going.
Give me like 15 minutes and I should be done with
No
this.
rush.
It's
No
just
rush.
he had to expand his stomach.
I have to take breaks.
It's okay.
There's a lot of
That
food.
is okay.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
But yeah, so
And this is
When-
part of it. So we've been here for quite a while. The waitress was like, please leave. I'll leave a bigger tip. But he's eating a lot of protein
Yeah.
and food and extra. And it is true. So
I think
it's
I
funny
had like
that
16 ounces of steak today in this meal.
it's funny to hear him say these things because we've been talking about it our whole lives. And he has other siblings and he's heard me talk about people at the gym. It's true. When you're trying to lose weight, you think you eat less than you really do, which is why you should journal it. If you're trying to gain weight, you really don't eat nearly as much as you think you do. That's why you should journal it. And so MyFitnessPal is just a great tool.
That's also why you see all these like super skinny kids who are like, no, I've tried to eat. I eat so much. But I just can't. My metabolism's too fast. No, it's not. You just need to eat more.
And they're eating things that don't, like, it's like, I just ate Starbursts. Or I'm eating things that and maybe in most people it might, the calorie count is way up. But what you're really needing, of course, to get bigger is the proteins and fats, and you're not eating any of that. And that's the key. So, okay, so you have them in class, they get to know each other, they've uploaded or downloaded or whatever, MyFitnessPal. They're going to be doing some sort of movements in the gym. How do the movements look?
So the schedule for the movements is going to be Monday through Friday, or every
Whatever.
day of the week. You're going to be coming into class, and you're going to be doing this split that I have. I'm going to edit it a little bit and tweak it to fit better for this program. But it is arms, day 1, legs, day 2, and then chest and back, day 3. And so you're just going to rotate that. So as soon as you finish it, you just start it again. And then once you get to the weekend,
So like
the
Monday
weekend is your
is
rest.
basically arm focused. Tuesday would be
Legs.
leg focused, and Wednesday is core focused. So, yeah,
sure.
It's midline, whatever. So so there's a program to rotate. So why rotate? Is that hypertrophy we were talking about?
Yes. So every section of your body, every muscle group needs time to rest and recover. If you want it to grow quickly and sufficiently. So basically, the reason we split it up is so that you're still doing work and you're hitting a different muscle group, but while you're doing that work, the muscle group you hit the day before and the day before that is resting and preparing for the next time you do it.
Yeah.
So
this is a struggle that I have with people in CrossFit. They're like, we should lift more. I'm like, we never relax. So like doing a 5x5 back squat isn't going to do what you think it does, because we aren't doing hypertrophy, because tomorrow we're doing air squats, and it's not. So it's hard to get it through to some people that what you're doing is the classic. In the 80s they came up with this idea. We used to call it what was it, back by, chest and try, legs, right? So back by was Monday, chest and try,
one of the most popular ones.
So it's similar. So there's a routine, there's a program, there's guidance, there's coaching, and there's eating. So after we get done lifting that day, what happens?
So I will be going out to eat somewhere with everyone every day, or everyone who wants to come every day. So we'll go out to eat, and we'll just get as much food as you can and eat as much as you can.
And so we're going to learn what it really means.
Yeah, and I'm going to help optimize your order.
There you go. So, parents, this is probably the most fascinating part right here. It has taken a long time, and he's been doing it very well for himself for probably years now. But it's figuring out how to eat the correct things, even though, and again, it's not magic. He's going to tell them, and I will too, the same things you tell them all the time. And for whatever reason, they're going to believe it, because it's not you. It's not magic. So he's going to say things like, if I was to go to Canyons, what would an order look like?
Double patty burger, lettuce wrapped, no bun.
So could I have cheese on it?
Yeah, you can have cheese.
What about if I added an egg?
You can add an egg.
What could I add chili to it?
If you're gonna add anything, I would say it's a yes.
Okay, so what if I wanted to add either a patty or mushrooms? What would I pick?
Patty.
Yeah, so double patty first before adding anything else.
Yeah.
What about, if I eat a double patty, I may not be able to finish my fries.
Okay.
So right there, right? But what about my milkshake? I want to get a milkshake. Can I get a milkshake, or do I need the double patty?
Double patty.
So if I can eat the double patty, can I still have a milkshake?
Yeah.
You said something.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna get a milkshake, just add some protein powder to it. And
Mix it in there. What about a raw egg? Can they just drop a raw egg in it?
That I don't think they want to. That sounds gross.
I do it all the time, every day. But so it's going to be lifting and eating, the technique, the form you're going to get, the increase in weight you're going to get with the proper amount of ability. So it's not like lifting stupid like we did back in high school. I did in the 80s. It was pretty dumb. Lift as much as you can without ever really practicing. There is stretching, there is a cool down, rolling out. And then again, the primary thing is helping kids understand, helping your skinny teenage boy understand what he really needs to eat and what it looks like, because it's not what they think it is, and they're never going to listen to you say that.
There's a reason they're skinny.
That's right. And
me too.
This problem has been around since the beginning of time, but we haven't. I guess we have the ability to eat whatever we want. And so then it really, for us here in, good old America, because of choice, it's really just the kid's choice. Do I eat that patty, or do I eat those French fries? Do I eat that extra patty, or do I get the milkshake? And then what do I do with my spare time? Am I lifting, or am I thinking about lifting? Right? So what else? Let me ask you some questions. I always ask the people I interview. Technically, we're talking about Swole program, but I do want to give you a chance to have some fun with this as well.
Okay.
So, one of the questions I always ask people is, how did you find us?
Funny story.
So this one probably doesn't make as much sense, but
So I was born,
and there it was.
and then I was forced to go into CrossFit. I did not have a choice.
So in your time with either doing CrossFit or with doing summer strength, what was your high, low, and Buffalo?
You said in between my time doing CrossFit.
Just
and
anything.
summer
So it could be CrossFit, summer strength, or Swole
gym
60.
time?
Just
Okay.
your time of doing this stuff. Basically, has there been a high? Has it been helpful, useful, whatever? Has there been a low? Like, oh no, and anything surprising?
My high.
Doesn't have to be the highest high, just a high, because I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I gotta think. I would say a high was doing a muscle up.
That's true. Yeah, I have that on
That was
video.
good. I would say a high / Buffalo was 2 weeks ago when I was doing bench press outside and I had Jamie spot me, and I thought that I took off my 2.5s and put 5s on for my PR, and apparently I just put the 5s on and I left the 2.5s on as well, and I ended up PRing by 20 pounds or 15 pounds.
And you've been swolling, eating a lot, and focusing on those movements.
And that's the first really big jump in my lifting I've seen. So I thought I was
What
doing.
about your back squat? You had a pretty big.
That isn't this summer. I haven't tried to PR back squat at all.
Okay, I did see.
I've-
I was looking at your stats the other day, doing a video or a podcast, whatever, a video cast, podcast, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, in Modify, I looked. You went up like to 225 on your back squat on your recent. Well, actually, it was last year. So
was
you went
last
up by
summer.
like 20 or 30 pounds.
Last time I did.
Last
this
time you were
swole.
doing this?
So I pretty much do it every summer, but this time I decided I wanted to start early, and so I could cultivate and culture a program for the summer, so I could make one for the CrossFit Garage.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this since beginning of March, probably.
Yeah. Actually,
And-
I think when you really never stopped from last summer because you're like, hey, I think I'm gonna keep doing this until soccer comes up, and then so you were doing your Swole program into
but
December, and then you went to tryouts, and you're like, you know what, I'm out of soccer. Let me do this again, and then yeah.
I was lifting. I was not doing Swole.
Okay.
So the summer was the only time I was focusing on my eating, and even then, I don't think I was eating enough.
Yeah.
Like hardly enough. And like during the fall semester, I also wasn't eating enough. It was really like once March hit, I was like, I want to take this seriously because I'm not doing soccer.
Right.
I wasn't eating a ton in the fall semester, so that I would be able to move faster for soccer.
True.
And so
That is a true statement there. So if you are bigger, you will be slightly slower because you're just more of you. But if your legs are bigger, you also could be faster. So it's if you are a finesse game like golf, make sure you're still swinging because this could you'll be stronger and your swing will get different.
I also I even like, yes, that's true. I may have become faster because I got bigger legs and stronger, but it was also easier for me just to not eat as much and just be like, oh, I'm just lifting a little bit. And
Sure.
so I wasn't very committed to it at that point because I thought I was just going to lose all my progress when I was playing soccer, and I just would like shed all that weight off.
Right, that's true.
So,
all right, what about a low?
failing 140 bench press the other day.
So
I tried to do it at the end of my workout.
Yeah.
And I like barely got 135 up, and I was like, this is a little bit heavier than last time. And then I tried 140, and I like got it to like middle, and
Yeah.
I just could not get it up any higher.
I think,
I like destroyed my arms that workout, so it was.
and that's true too. So interestingly, you don't actually have to lift the most you've ever lifted. You can, as you tear down your muscles and as you're tired, it's it's what your body feels as heavy. So the numbers almost don't matter. It's just because we're humans and we want to count it up. It's you need to lift something heavy, and then that'll do its thing. So I was gonna say I would pick a low for you, and that's that like way long time ago when you did a half back squat with a ton of weight, and then it took you forever to catch back up because you didn't do it to death.
That was during summer strength. One of my I think that back squat was like 95 pounds.
Yeah.
And I was in like 5th grade.
And you were like 16 pounds.
Yeah. And one of my friends was just like holding the bar, and I went down, and he like pushed with all his might and went up. And then he was like, "No, dude, that was you. You did that." And I was like,
Yeah, and then it took forever to
"Yeah, it
catch
took me
back
like
up.
2 years to."
To catch to it, yeah. Any Buffalo, any surprise?
I already gave him my buffalo.
Oh, you did? Okay, you did Buffalo.
I did.
Okay, so I already know about you and your family, and we talked about you and your family. I'm part of your
did.
family. So, what if you could put some words on a billboard, the billboard by the gym maybe that everyone on 92 drives past?
Okay.
The motto or creed or something that you could tell the world. What would you try to tell the world? What is your message?
What would I tell the world?
Yeah, what is your message to the world? Or to at least the people on 92? What's your message that you put out there? It can be anything. It doesn't have to be health and fitness. What's something that you live by, a creed, or just something that makes sense to you?
Yeah, I would definitely go with subscribe to Andy McCann on YouTube. I'll put that up there.
Well played. No, what? Come on. You gotta have something.
I don't know. It's like a. What would I tell everybody in our area if I could?
Like, don't eat sugar, or dads don't be a jerk when you coach your kids.
I'm not gonna tell people not to eat sugar.
I tell people that all the time.
Well, you also like I eat sugar. I'm not gonna.
That's what I would say.
Oh.
So what would you say? What's an ethos in your life? Hey, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to be kind. I like that one. I'd probably say that. If you're gonna go to Publix, put the cart away. Don't leave it in the middle of the street.
You seen those videos of the guys call themselves cart narcs?
Oh, really?
And they go around and like whenever they see people like just leave their carts,
They go out.
they grab their cart and put it away, and then they get a sticker and put it on the guy, like a bumper sticker,
Yeah.
and put it on the guy's car, and it'll say like, "I don't put my cart away," and then the people get so mad.
That's a
pretty-
good one.
it's pretty funny.
I like that.
But what would I say to
Yeah.
everyone?
The pressure.
I almost swore. Forgot another.
Yeah, don't. I already did early on.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're able to cut that out. It was an accidental one. Everyone should learn to swing dance.
No.
No?
No. Man, I don't know. Just
High school.
be nice to people.
Be
Don't-
nice?
Yeah.
All right, I like that.
I mean, it's kind of, I guess, cliche, but like,
no, I mean,
if everybody's not being rude, it's gonna be better. So.
it's true. It doesn't hurt to be nice. Be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So a big, one of those big yellow smiley faces.
Don't lie for entertainment. That's a big theme right
Oh
now.
man, that's a good one. Don't lie for entertainment. Yeah. Create drama just for drama's sake. So what's something exciting for your future?
Probably college.
Well, that's true. I guess we didn't even mention that at all.
Yeah, I am going to be going to college.
Some college, hopefully.
Some college.
In-state
I'm going to
with-
be applying. My applications are going to be done this year.
Oh, really? Oh, it's
Yeah.
true. When do they have to be due?
November or October.
Well, I guess either way, it's a lot of
depends on
time.
early application. But yeah, like I'm gonna be like accepted into a college in less than a year from now.
And then you'll be. No, yeah, you'll be accepted because you have your senior year to go still. Yeah.
Praying for like Georgia. Actually, I'll get into Georgia. I'm not worried about Georgia.
Olivia is going to be so mad at you that you said that. His older sister is at Auburn.
I don't want to go to Auburn.
Levi's brother Evan is at UGA. So you're going to join that same fraternity?
No,
Still no pressure?
no.
Evan,
but
if you're listening to this.
I want to get in to UGA.
Yep.
I still have to find other schools that. Okay, actually, I guess I do want to get into Georgia Tech, but I don't think I'd end up going there.
So as a guy who went to Georgia Tech, except for the fact that you wouldn't be alive if I didn't go there and your mom didn't go there because I would have never met her.
Yeah.
It was a really hard school, and I wouldn't wish that pain on anybody. Now that I know what college is supposed to be like, and you can basically do the same sort of thing as anybody else, as long as you're getting it like, hey, an engineering degree, whatever. Yes, it is true. You'll probably start off with more money if you went to Georgia Tech, but you're going to be, if you work hard and can talk to people, you're going to outpace most of my friends at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
So yeah, college would be pretty fun. What about this summer? Anything in particular, or anything you're going to use this newfound You're gonna go to the beach and kick any sand in anybody's face?
I will not be kicking sand in people's face, but I am going to the beach.
Yeah, and you're gonna like swole up for that.
I am. I'm gonna be looking fat at the beach.
PHAT?
Nope.
Just
normal
FAT? Very good. Okay, guys, if you have questions about the Swole program, Levi is really the one, but I also obviously know many things as well. My phone number and email, etc., is all over the website, which Levi says I shouldn't have done that, but it is there. So you can call me, text me, email me. We're happy to help. It'll be Mondays through Friday. Right now, we're looking at noon.
Yeah, noon to 1.
And that may change. It depends on some of the other programs we're running, but we're pretty sure that's where it'll fit. It also, if it changes, it would be like 11 a.m. rather than noon or something like that, because we want them to go to lunch right afterwards and eat. But it could be breakfast, and it could be instead of lunch, because teenagers don't like to wake up until way later. All right, sound good? Anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right, y'all take care.